Strode, and welcome to Straightforward. Today we are on location at Childcare Network, and they're getting ready to have a wonderful celebration for pre-K. Thank you so much for hosting us today, Ms. Jackson and
Miss Stephanie.
Miss Stephanie. And what's your last name, Stephanie?
Jones.
Stephanie Jones from the Virginia Military Academy?
Yes, ma'am.
And so Columbus has been blessed to have you come and join the team at Childcare Network, and you're the pre-K teacher.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is a new adventure.
It is.
It
yes.
is.
Very new.
Very new. So this is your first professional job out of college?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, I think this is a good place for you. I think you're going to learn a lot here, and that you're going to be a wonderful asset for the children. So I'm excited. You bring youth and energy and clean eyes and another experience, and so it's just good,
Thank you so
for
much.
diversity. It really is.
And she's actually doing a great job.
Really?
Yeah, she's actually doing a great
So
job.
she's really committed to
Absolutely.
education. See, it's a difference
Mhm.
when it's a passion and you enjoy your work versus it's just a job I need to pay my bills. So this is a choice that you made, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And so you said you're looking at getting your master's?
Yes, master's and eventually my doctorate in child psychology.
Okay, so then maybe I can get a job just being your receptionist down the road when I get ready to retire. So this is Stephanie's office.
Okay.
So Miss Jackson, this is your life's work?
Yes, it is.
And we've talked many times about all of the children over the decades.
Mhm.
We won't say the years because you're going to pretend that you're still the young director. But over the years, you've had a lot of the children come through here. Some of them are certified teachers now.
Yes, they are.
We have them in the military.
Yes,
I mean, just a lot to brag about.
absolutely.
Yeah, and then they can even vote for you because you're an elected official.
Absolutely.
So when it's election time,
They can vote for me.
they can vote for you. They can put your sign in their yard and all of that. But we're excited that you invited us to share. I know you're coming up to the big celebration of Georgia
Yes.
Pre-K.
Yes.
And that's really come a long way, and it was a much needed program to make sure that all the children kind of have a level playing field.
Absolutely. Absolutely. First of all, thanks for having us.
Yes,
And
yes.
we're getting ready to have 30 years.
30 years.
30 years. We're
Of
celebrating
Georgia?
30 years of Georgia Pre-K.
Really?
Yes.
And
yes.
so the lottery and all of that really had some value.
A lot of value.
Right.
A
Because
lot.
remember when it first came about, some people had all of these different reasons why
Mm-hmm.
they did not want to support it.
Support it.
But it's like, yes, we have lottery, and yes, we'll have funding that will be able to go to this program
Mm-hmm.
and serve all the children,
Right.
regardless of
Right.
their economic standing.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. That's the best part about it. That any 4-year-old
Mhm.
can enroll in pre-K. It doesn't matter of about their income level.
Mhm.
So that's the great part about pre-K.
Okay. So what do you do on a daily basis? I mean, you have so much energy and bright eyes, and that's a good thing when we first start our careers before life takes us over. So every day it's a new adventure. I'm
Yes.
sure. Right.
Absolutely.
And so with your children, what are you doing on a daily? Are you helping them to identify numbers? What does your lesson plan look like?
So we normally start the morning, the kids have breakfast, the children have breakfast with us, and then we'll kind of slowly ease them, because they come in at different times,
Yes.
obviously. So
Mhm.
we'll slowly ease them onto the rug so that we can start our morning activities.
Mhm.
And that usually starts with a story. We'll do
So you were reading?
Yes,
First thing.
ma'am.
Very good.
Yes.
Reading is the key.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
Mhm.
Sometimes we'll do a book from our library,
Mhm.
or I'll do a read aloud where I'll play it on our tablet, and I brought in a speaker that I had at home
Mhm.
so it's louder. And
Mhm.
I noticed not like super loud, but when I play
Right.
a little bit louder for
It
them,
projects a little bit more.
yes,
Right.
their
Mhm.
attention is better than when it just comes out of the regular speakers.
Mhm.
So we'll do that. We'll do our story. We'll talk about whatever aspect we're looking at that day. So if we're looking at problem solving, or if we're looking at character setting, beginning, middle, end, or if we're studying
All important.
yes,
Character,
Every last one of them.
reading, all of that. problem solving, because there's nothing worse than being in the workplace with adults that do not have problem solving skills. No, really. So you're starting them early.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
So we'll do it in different ways. We'll chart it out, or we'll just do open-ended questions and talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
But after that, we'll go over our alphabet. I try and switch up. We'll do music for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll switch it up, different alphabet songs that we have, but we do the sign language with the alphabet.
Mm-hmm.
We do the phonetic sounds, so the sounds each letter make. And then right now for our numbers, we are increasing it slowly, how high we can count I'd say probably every 4 or 5 days. So we started just with 20, then we had them counting to 30, 40. I think right now we were trying to do 60, but we're staying on 50 for a few more days because
Right.
we haven't quite gotten past 50 yet.
And Gloria, the great part about this is they are enjoying what they're doing.
Right.
Yes.
They're learning and they're having
fun.
fun.
So it's a sneak attack.
Right,
And
right.
so
That
it's-
is what
So
pre-K
it's not stressful.
no
for them to
no,
learn.
No,
Right.
it's,
You're
it's,
making
it's
it
not.
fun.
It's fun,
Mhm.
and that's what pre-K do. It teaches them how to have fun and learn
At the same
time.
Right.
At the same
And
time.
then you're getting all the critical pieces in.
Mhm.
Yes.
Right. And definitely starting with the reading. If you can read, you can almost do anything, because what? Math is reading.
Right.
Everything is reading.
Everything is reading.
Right. Okay. And so, have they started to own you? You know how our children, we serve children, they get attached to us.
Yes.
So you are their teachers.
Yes.
Yes.
No, it's really an honor and a privilege when that happens. No, really. So now they own you.
Yes,
You're their
ma'am.
teacher.
Yes.
Right. So I know that, this is your first adventure, but what's really going to be funny one day when you're in the mall or you're out eating somewhere and they're with their parents, and then the whole restaurant or the store will know, that's my teacher.
Yes.
And that's a very good feeling. It really is. So I can't wait for you to experience that. And again, just the level of energy, the commitment, you're focused. We had a sidebar before we started the show, and I always do that in a casual conversation because I really want to see, and look more into what the things that you bring to the table, so to speak. And you are bringing a lot. So we're excited
Yes.
that you are here at Childcare Network number
4.
Number
Number
4. Okay, right here on Hamilton Road. So what we're going to do is go to our first break to our sponsors. We're going to come back with one of your coworkers, and then we'll come back with you later. Okay? All right. We'll be right back after word from some of our sponsors. Straightforward is brought to you by State Senator Ed Harbison, serving the citizens of Georgia's 15th Senatorial District and on the front lines for veterans every day. Progressive Funeral Home, family owned and operated since 1952. The George Ford legacy of high standards continues today in the compassionate and professional services provided. A touch of dignity for those who care. Progressive Funeral Home, 4235 St. Mary's Road, trusted by generations. Charmaine K. Crabb at Remax Champions Realty, 4800 Armour Road. As an associate broker of residential sales and property management, Charmaine takes your business personally. It's not about finding a dream home, but finding a home that is perfect for you. Call Team Crabb today at 706-392-6116. And welcome back to Straightforward. I'm continuing this wonderful conversation with Vanessa Jackson, our School Board District 3 representative, but in her other life at Childcare Network number 4. And joining us for this segment is Miss Felisha. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, and you have been here 17 years.
Yes, ma'am. 17 years, still going strong.
Okay then. And she said that confidently. So you have raised a lot of babies at
Yes,
this
ma'am.
facility.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, and so you work in the pre-K program as well.
Yes, ma'am.
And so what is your day like? What exactly do you do to help out in pre-K?
In pre-K, I assist Miss Stephanie as the children go to different centers of the room,
Uh-huh.
I'm insisting that I observe the kids, ask open-ended questions, and just interact with the kids to make their day feel better. If they come in feeling sad, we just sit down, have a good conversation,
Okay.
and lighten their day, and we just have fun for the day.
Okay.
Well, if they want to go in a dramatic play, cook for me, then sit down, we'll cook a meal, whip up, sit down, eat dinner, and all that. And I go in the
So
library.
you're teaching them life skills.
Yes,
Right.
ma'am.
So when you're in the housekeeping area, because a lot of people are very mature like me, like you told me. We're just mature, that I wasn't old. Remember, you told
Yes,
me that
ma'am.
before we did this. So when they're over in the housekeeping, then you all are pretending that you're preparing the meal,
Yes, ma'am.
showing them all of those life skills,
Yes, ma'am.
how they interact with other family
Yes,
members.
ma'am.
And then you said something I really like, because you know I'm an old social worker, Miss Felisha. When they come to school, because your population is very diverse here on Hamilton
Yes,
Road,
ma'am.
and they are not having a good morning,
Yes, ma'am.
you take the time, because Miss Stephanie is doing the academic side,
Yes,
but
ma'am.
you take the time to the side and you engage the child
Yes,
to
ma'am.
help them to move past whatever that
Yes,
is
ma'am.
that interrupted their morning, and want to make sure that they get to a good place and enjoy the rest of the day.
Yes, ma'am.
And you've been doing that a long time,
Yes, ma'am.
almost 20 years.
Yes, ma'am.
So what is it like when you're out publicly and some of the kids that you've had at the center, and you look at them and they're like teenagers, and you're like,
It touched my heart.
I like that. It touched my heart.
It touched my heart just to see from where they came from
Mm-hmm.
and to where they're going.
Mm-hmm.
It touched my heart to know they're advancing and seeding to a better life,
Right.
and to have a better life for themselves as well as others.
I like that.
I do too.
So you know, in this business of education, you don't do this, you won't get rich.
No, ma'am.
It has to be a calling and a passion.
Yes,
And you
ma'am.
work with kids long enough to know that they know if you really care about them and you're
Yes, ma'am.
serious. So when you just said that to me, I felt that. I looked in your eyes, because you want them to have a better life.
Yes,
Because
ma'am.
I'm sure there's a whole lot of other things you could be doing to make $1 million a year, but
Yes, ma'am.
you have decided to give of yourself to help make it better for the next generation.
Yes, ma'am.
I love that. I do. I really do. And so, how many of the pre-K classes do you have? So you have the one team, Miss
Right.
Stephanie and Miss
Right, we just
Felisha.
have the one team this year.
Okay, so the
Okay.
one team this
Now-
year.
One thing that Felisha didn't say is like when they're in their centers, 'cause like I said, they learn through play.
Right.
Felisha not only interacting with them, you know, kind of playing with them, she's also listening
Right.
to them.
Right.
And she's documenting.
Yeah. Right.
Right.
So that's like we were in the old world, and my social work is case notes.
right.
So you're
right.
documenting. So if mom comes in, or the consultant,
Well,
or
she
any
gives that to Miss Stephanie.
right.
And so then Miss Stephanie, she has to put it in WSO.
What is WSO?
It's a
state.
work sample, yes, for the
Okay.
state.
Okay.
So they can see like where the child starts,
Right.
and then they have stages.
So it measures the progress of
Absolutely.
the children, and then it reflects whether or
Absolutely.
not the curriculum is
Mhm.
working.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And that's evidence. And they can go in and look
Mm-hmm.
in there.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And so that's why it's important to
Uh-huh.
have the right team.
Absolutely.
No,
So
you
that's
got to
true.
have a team that really works together, that understand what their role is in the team, and for you to say, no, if they, I can take them to the side, engage them, help them to get back on the right track, and then you reintegrate them into the group effort.
Yes, ma'am.
I really like that.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah, she's
So-
an awesome teacher. Felisha, she started as the 2-year-old teacher
In the infant room.
in infant room.
Oh, with
and-
the
and-
babies.
Right, and you know, Childcare Network pays 100% of the tuition, and we make it, you know, easy for you to go to school. So we work around your school schedule
For
and
the staff.
for the staff.
Right, because I had another young lady
Mhm.
that you were able to give her high school diploma,
I did.
and
yeah.
then she
Mhm.
ended up being a staff person here.
Yes.
Right.
Mhm.
And so
Yes.
since Childcare Network will pay for, that's one of the benefits.
100%.
100%. So when people looking at a career,
Mm-hmm.
but we want people that's doing it for the right reason.
For the right reason.
We want people that it's a calling and not a job.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I've seen you coming to work. You know how I move about sometimes?
Yes, ma'am.
And then I'll blow at you and you will always wave, but I know that you've been faithful.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
that's what our children need. We need people fully committed. Because the world we live in now is a very different world
Yes,
than
yes, it
times
is.
gone by.
Yes, it is.
And so when they can have this type of education, but also nurturing.
That's the key word, nurturing.
Nurturing. A lot of the children need that nurturing, you know, and especially if they come from a family with multiple siblings. They might not get as much attention from mom if there's a new baby. But they can always come here because you're ready.
Yes, ma'am.
No, you're ready.
Ready, willing, and able.
Always. And see, that really makes a difference. It really does. It does.
Thank you.
So, for people that's interested, I know Childcare Network, and this is one of the best in the Childcare Network family. I can speak to that, and I've been around to a couple, used to have me come and read and all of that.
Mhm.
So, for people that are interested in the career, where do they go to apply?
They just go on the website, Childcare Network website.
Okay, childcarenetwork.com.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just go on that website and just hit employment
Mm-hmm.
and fill out the application, or they can go on Indeed as well.
Okay, indeed, you're there.
Mhm.
And you all are in multiple states.
Multiple states.
Right. So even if you're a military spouse and
Mhm.
you start here, because
You
you
can transfer, you can
go
yes,
to
you can
another
go-
child care
Mhm.
network if there's
Yes.
one in the area in which you're
Mhm.
moving.
And that's one of the benefits too.
Exactly.
That's one
And
of the
then what?
benefits.
Child care network still paying for what? Your college. If you
Yes.
want to do the college.
Yes.
So I mean, you can't beat that.
You can.
No, you can't. I mean, that just kind of worked hand in glove with the military. Well, Miss Felisha, I'm so very proud of you and very thankful that you're part of this team. And, you know, I just think you're simply fabulous.
Thank you. I have it no other way.
I know that's right. Thank you. All right. We'll be right back after a word from some of our sponsors. Carter Counseling Services in the White House at the Elms, 1846 Buena Vista Road, providing services to enhance the quality of life for clients by promoting healthy, stable interactions within relationships, counseling support to assist individuals in positive personal growth. Call Mr. Carter today at 706-570-8698. The Miley Agency, 4903 Armour Road. Gerald L. Miley and William Ripsinger have been providing comprehensive reviews and insuring families in Georgia and Alabama for more than 50 years. The Miley Agency will work non-stop to find you the best policy at the best price. You can rest assured that your information is secure, confidential, and protected. Call today at 706-996-2045. The Columbus Memory Center, 7196 North Lake Drive, Suite A, Columbus. Dr. Jonathan Liss is a board-certified neurologist and sleep specialist committed to battling Alzheimer's by preserving independence, offering you the opportunity to get your memory number for free, the only vital sign for brain health. Call today at 706-327-4000 or visit columbusmemorycenter.com. Roz Cafe and Catering Services. Choose Roz as your personal chef, knowing every dish is prepared with attention to the finest details and extra care. She will make your next event one to remember with 2 convenient locations to serve you, 390 Batzel Avenue, Fort Benning, and 3418 Buena Vista Road. Visit rozcafe.com. And welcome back to Straightforward. I'm so excited about the 30th anniversary of the Georgia Pre-K. We have changed the lives of many children in this
Yes,
state.
we have.
Now, I have to admit, bought a few lottery tickets when there was the Mega Millions that was almost $1 billion, because I'm really a little too cheap. Because I lose, I want my money back. So I'm really not a gambler, but I'm not a hater.
Yeah.
You know, and of course, my spouse will buy tickets and scratch off. So, I mean, we have contributed, but me personally, that's just, you know, who I
Right.
am. And it doesn't work like that. If you lose, you have to move past that. You can't
Yeah.
ask for your money back. So I haven't grown up to that part yet.
I'm the
so.
same way. I'm the
Okay.
same way. I'm just saying.
No. So, Miss Stephanie, you all are hosting a wonderful celebration. I'm excited. I'm on the invite list, and I'm just looking forward to coming. So, when is that?
So that will be the first week of October, the
Mhm.
3rd through the 7th.
Okay.
And we're doing like a spirit week kind of thing for the pre-K kids.
Spirit Week.
Yes, ma'am.
Like college. Okay. I'm impressed. Okay.
A lot safer.
I know, much safer than college. Right.
So we have different themes for each day.
Okay.
And Monday through Friday, each day we kind of have something that the child can wear that correlates to each day's theme, and then also some activities that we're going to do that correlates to the theme.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So like Monday, we're going to be,
We're doing tacky dress day.
Okay.
Tacky dress. So, you know, like throw on your plaid or your
Right,
sweatpants,
right.
maybe 2 different shoes if you want.
Yeah.
Tuesday, we're going to be doing crazy sock day.
Okay.
So whatever socks you have at home.
That are really crazy.
Crazy. I
Fun.
have I collect socks, so I have a lot of options.
Oh, well, see, probably not a good thing, because that's probably what Miss Jackson will give you for Christmas. You really want more than socks. Well, maybe she can buy you 5 pair. Okay.
Yeah, maybe
Okay.
5
All right, maybe
pair.
5 pair, 1 for each day. Okay, and so the crazy sock day.
Yes, ma'am. And then we're going to be doing neon colors day.
Okay.
So, like an example.
Like psychedelic from the 70s would be for me. When you say neon, it's
Oh,
psychedelic. Okay.
That'll work.
Okay.
So, what, like an example of activity we would be doing, like for Neon Colors Day, I have a highlighter activity planned.
Mhm.
So we'll give them like magazines and different pieces of information that have words on it where they can find like the letters of their first name, and we'll give them a highlighter.
Okay.
You know, go through this magazine, find all the R's, or your name starts with R, something like
I
that.
like that.
Kind of corresponds to like the neon theme.
Right.
And then we're also going to do, Thursday will be Hat Day.
Okay.
And I was thinking something not so specific to hats, because I know not everyone has access to hats. Maybe
Right.
the girls want to do like their favorite bow
Mhm.
or
Right.
something like that.
Right, because a lot of in England, the fascinator, they just wear it to the side, this little thing, which is really not a traditional brim hat. Okay, that's smart.
Okay. And then you said you were going to let them, each child get up and tell about their hat
Yes.
or their
Mhm.
scarf
Yes.
or whatever they have, and that's going to build up their language.
Language,
Okay.
yes, ma'am. During large group time, when we focus on language and literacy, we'll have them share. Maybe like we can look at each other's things, see if we can identify something different that that child didn't see. Sharing knowledge within the children. And also one thing I think would be important to have that I'm planning on doing for that week is for each day have a bin of extra supplies. Because I know
Okay.
sometimes
Right.
parents,
They're forgetful,
we're
and they're
busy.
running, and they're not organized, or they're just old.
Right.
No, I'm
And they just
saying.
forget.
And they forget.
They just
It's
forget.
just too many things
Right,
going
right.
on.
They just forget.
We live in a very busy life now. So,
Absolutely.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And that way each child doesn't feel like, man, I came here on hat day. I don't have anything but the hat.
Exactly.
Everyone has something that they can wear, contribute,
Mhm.
feel
Right.
unique in their own way, express
Mhm.
themselves.
I like that.
That's just,
You
that's just
said
how we do it.
feel unique
Yes.
and express themselves.
Yes.
Because what? Everybody is special.
Everybody is special.
Everybody is special. And all of our gifts and talents are different. You know, and I wish more adults could realize that. You know, some people, we have a friend that's an excellent cook,
Mhm.
and she enjoys cooking.
That's
I
her
know
thing.
how to cook, but that's not my gift. It's a chore for me. No, I'm just saying. Now, there are other things that I can do that's effortless. No, really. I cook because I have to, not because I enjoy it. But our friend, she cooks. I mean, and she'll cook for 3 different households.
She
She'll
loves
cook.
it. She loves it.
Right.
Right.
No, I mean like real full meals. you know.
Right.
So with our kids, and this goes back to Miss Felisha, somebody might like being in the house. You know, that's a
Grow up
good
to be a
place.
chef.
Right. And then somebody might want to be over in the library because they're going to be either on TV, they'll be a teacher or, you know, a historian or, you know, finding their roots or anything like that. So we have to let people find their space. And that's what I like about what you're planning. It's not a one thing, but you're going a broad spectrum with the kids. So what's the big event though? That's
All
what
right,
I wanna
drum
know
roll.
about.
Drum roll. All right.
So, Friday on October 7th, we're going to be doing Book Character Day, but also we will be having a special guest reading to our pre-K children.
Okay.
Yes,
And who's that special guest?
We have a congressman coming.
Okay.
Congressman Sanford
Yes.
Bishop.
Of the 2nd Congressional District of Georgia.
Yes, and we are so excited about that.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, actually, he's been our congressman for quite some time. You and I both live in the 2nd Congressional District.
Yes.
And education, that's important to him.
Right.
Because he's a graduate of, he's an attorney in his profession, but he's a graduate of Morehouse College, which is the same college as Martin Luther King. And so the food nutrition programs are very important to him,
Right.
to make sure the children get a meal, the free lunch program, your USDA food that comes to this center. All that's very important. And he sits on those committees.
Right.
And so we know we will always in the 2nd Congressional. That's why we have to keep our good leaders. We'll always have food.
Yeah, and he believes in young, early education
Yes,
too.
he does. No, yes, he does.
So,
But we want to make sure that they have the resources.
right. that they need to be successful.
Exactly. And having a good meal
Mhm.
is one of the ones. Because you can't learn if you're hungry.
That's right.
You really can't.
That's right.
Right.
And that's one of the reasons that we wanted him here, because we know he support those things. So we want him to see how the dollars are being spent.
Oh.
We want him to see how this is benefiting the kids.
Yes. And see the results of all of his hard work.
All of his hard work. So when he goes back to Washington, and when they get at the table and they start talking about cutting anything, he can speak on this.
Yeah.
Hey, I was there. I was in a classroom.
Right.
You know, y'all gonna have to take that off the table.
Okay. Well, and I'm sure he'll continue to do that because he's on appropriations too. So he can speak for the 2nd Congressional District, and we're very proud, and I'm looking forward to it. So that's going to be October 7th.
Yes,
Is the
ma'am.
day he'll be here. All right. Well, I thank you all so much for all the great work that you're doing, and I will be cheering you on, and I look forward to being here for the celebration of the 30 years of the Georgia Pre-K program. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
All right. This has been straightforward. If you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. Until next time, be blessed.
What up, world? What's up, Columbus? Be sure to tune in every Sunday, Straightforward with Gloria Strode, right here on NBC 38.